Welcome everyone to another video here on the Cover Guy channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at this iPhone 5S that I purchased on eBay for super cheap. It's still in the packaging, and I'm going to take it out. The seller did indicate that it doesn't turn on. It's not looking too good. It doesn't turn on. It's an iPhone 5S, and I pre-looked at it, and it turns out that Find My iPhone is turned on, but we should be able to contact the original owner, as the original owner was actually the seller. So we're not in too good of a standing just yet, but we'll get that covered. The seller did tell me that the screen didn't work, so I went ahead and bought a new screen and an extra couple of screws and parts. So first, you can probably tell that this is my new iPhone setup. I've never actually made an iPhone video before, but you'll see that this is new, as you have the Penelope screwdriver, Phillips screwdriver, and a flathead to open up the iPhone. Now, also included in this listing was an iPhone 5S, as you can see right here, that is in fully working condition, so that's kind of why I bought it. It was like 15 bucks for this phone and the other phone. This phone actually has Find My iPhone turned off. I restored it earlier today, and I kept this phone in the packaging. This phone had a password, and the seller didn't know how to bypass it, so I created an iTunes backup, and I went ahead and restored it. I gave the seller the backup, and they turned off Find My iPhone for it, and now it's fully working on iOS. I think it was 12.5.4, whatever the latest iOS version is on the iPhone. So that's totally great that we got that working, and really great. And as you can see, I set up my own password on it and everything, and it's fully working with Verizon. So great iPhone 5S right there. So, something I like to do there. So, just to show you guys that this iPhone does not power on. So, first, plugging it in, you'll see that it doesn't turn on. There's no signs of life on the iPhone. We plug it in, and absolutely nothing shows up on the screen. No signs that the screen is working. I'm not sure if the iPhone battery is also not working. I'm not sure if the logic board doesn't work. Big test. So, knowing that that doesn't work, we can put this iPhone charger to the side here. Just going to put it down like that. And let's get started on this video. So as you can see, there are absolutely no Penelope screws included. So, and I didn't even have Penelope screws. So we're just going to go ahead and use our Phillips screwdriver and get right in at any open point. That opened up real easily because there are no Penelope screws. We'll go to the sides, get the sides opened up with our screwdriver. As you can see, it's opening rather easy, and it looks like the frame of the screen is a little messed up. So now there also is a ribbon cable holding the home button in place, and it looks like it is not connected. I don't know why it wasn't connected. I don't know if this is a bad screen. The seller didn't want to mess up the battery or something. So whatever the seller did, I guess they did a good job because they didn't want to mess it up. It's not even connected. And our first looks at the phone. Everything looks to be connected correctly, and it's missing the screen bracket, as I kind of suspected. The seller told me that. That's why I have that right here. The screen looks to be in good condition. We should be able to transfer the home button over and get Touch ID working again and turn off Find My iPhone if the seller tries to help us with that. So that looks pretty good. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to detach these ribbon cables, as the battery is technically dead anyways. Even if the screen was working, the battery looks dead. So we can take that off. As you can see, this is the iPhone right here, and this is the screen, which looks to be in pretty good condition. But I'm going to put this to the side here. Put that right to the side. And we're going to transfer the home button over. And this is the bracket for the home button. I did lose screws here, hopefully not. I hope I know where the screws go. I think this one goes here, and this one goes right here. Perfect. So now we're going to transfer the home buttons over. Looks like everything looks to be working. So this is the good screen. I'm gonna put the good screen here and the bad screen here so I don't get confused, so I don't keep messing stuff up. So it looks like the home button is secured by two screws, Phillips screws, which we can put to the side. Those screws are really finicky. Another screw right here. Too bad I don't have a placemat yet. I'm ordering that one, so for now I have to hold my phones when I'm doing a repair on them, which kind of is not fortunate. All right, it went like that. Looks like that screw is holding in the Touch ID as well. Wait a second. Did I break this? Probably not. It looks good. All right. Well, we can Oh yeah, there's another hidden screw for the home button at the back, so I kind of think I needed to remove that anyhow. Alright, this is the bracket for the home button. Don't mind the background noise, it's thundering right now. This is the home plate. Home button plate. Did I say home plate? I don't know what I'm talking about. And we can just put this down. There's the other screw right there. And now we get our first looks at the home button. And it doesn't look to be in good condition, unfortunately. Looks like it's banged up. Oh no. I hate when that happens. So let's take our flathead and get this all rounded up. I'm just going to push from the back side. I'm just going to give that a good nudge. There we go. So we can get the home button out of place. Like so. I don't want to break that ribbon. I mean that rubber band and that wire right there. So it looks like it's in place by a holder there. I don't want to break the holder either. So I'm going to softly detach it. Now, home button functionality, if you lose the original home button, you're not going to get Touch ID anymore. That's why all these repair shops, all these videos online are like, take care of your original home button. You absolutely have to take care of your original home button. If you do not take care of your original home button, you are going to get screwed. Alright, looks like I'm good now. I can take the home button out. Everything got detached correctly. Except for this stupid ribbon. I'm just going to force it out. There we are. Came right out. And it's stuck. There we are. The original home button is now out. This rubber band is getting a little stuck. Let's put that back together. Oh no. This is a pain in the neck. Alright, I'm not going to mess with this right now. Let's put that original home button right there. This screen is going to go trashy. Let's throw this away. Here's the new screen. Unfortunately, the new screen that I had actually already had a home button on, so we're going to have to follow that same process again. So take out these Phillips head screwdriver. Like that, like so. Hold on a second. Did that original button still have, oh yeah, it still has a screw. I got confused. I got a little worried. And those other two screws. Oh no, I keep doing that to this phone. I feel like I'm breaking it when I do that. Really annoying. Somehow the screws are still coming out. Alright, and second of all, this is actually getting a lot easier now that I'm doing it a bit more. Now, I haven't really done phone repair that much. Kind of started doing it a while back. So not as good as a phone repair guru as that phone repair guru guy on YouTube is. Okay. Put these two screws over here as they're irrelevant, as we don't need them anymore. And now we get a first glimpse of the actual home button for the system. So now we can do the same thing we did before. Take our Phillips, flathead screwdriver and lift up right here. Oh, this one came out a lot easier. And it lifts off. Give it a little nudge. Pull at it. There we are. And it comes straight out. You don't want to nudge too hard or else you'll actually puncture a wire. And there it is. Your old home button. Now we're going to transfer it over to the new home. Now we're going to put in the new home button. I just need to be pushed back into place. Now it looks somewhat decent. Doesn't look perfect, but it looks like it'll do the job. All right. All right, perfect. Let's get the home plate back on. Home button plate back on. Two singular screws. Okay, finally, I feel like it's harder now that I did it the first time. You don't want to force these screws, or else your Touch ID you're gonna break the Touch ID functionality. Oh no. Right there. Perfect. Now right like so. Screw in, not too much. Hopefully it clicks. Yes, sir, it clicks. It clicks. Yes, sir. We fixed it up. Now let me just tighten the screw. Not too much though, not too shabby. Yes, sir, it clicks. We fixed the issue in a little couple seconds. Now, the hardest part is getting this plate back in. I need to hold it with one hand and use my other hand to put it in. How much more that's gonna be magnetic now? Screw in. Screw in. Finally went in. Oh my god. Jeez, bro. Now we can finally put it into the iPhone and test it out. The news screen. Let's make sure Touch ID still works. I mean, the home button still clicks. Alright. Okay, I just noticed something on this. The camera is messed up. There's no bracket for it. Does that still look bad? I don't know, the camera actually doesn't look that bad. There just was no bracket for it, but that's not going to affect it. Once it's closed up with some Phillips, I apologize, not Phillips, with some penelope screws, it's not going to be able to have enough room to move when the screen's in place. Okay, finally it clicked in. I know all the other ones are going to click in. The moment of truth, is it going to power on? I'm not going to try to put the Touch ID in yet. Ready? 3. We got the battery charging logo. Yes, sir, bro. Everything looks to work. Let me see if they'll, oh, I can't test the touch out yet. It's okay. Let's just put that bracket in. Okay, it looks like the screen's actually reacting. So, looks like we got a working phone. Let me just bring this bracket over. Oh, the screws, I'm going to teleport all the screws over. Because I don't want to lose them. Alright, put that to the side. Alright, now what we're going to do is we're going to use a drill to hold the phone in place. And we're going to basically put the bracket in place. I thought I just lost a screw. I just jumped for a second because I thought I lost a screw. This is like literally the hardest part of every single iPhone repair is putting this bracket back on. For some reason, just feel that way. All right, screws in. Screws in. All right. Another screw that I salvaged from a home button. All right, that went in pretty easily. No painstaking, no pain. Scheiße. Did I put this? No, I didn't put this bracket on backwards. I lost another screw. Alright, there we go. Alright, it went straight in that time. Sweet button. Alright. 2 more screws. 2 more painstaking pains. I'm just hoping that screws went right in. Alright. I'm not sure if this will fit in, but I'm pretty positive that it will. I'm just gonna force it in and hope for the best. Putting it in nicely. Okay, I think that was working. Yes, I think that works as a screw. Hopefully it works. I don't know. I don't really care. It's not even my 5S. It's probably gonna be activation locked since the seller's a dick about it. I'll just return it to him like this, and he'll have to give me more money back since I did repairs on it. All right, that's probably not even the right screw, but I'm just gonna put it in anyways. I'm just gonna round it off since the iPhone 5S is like activation locked anyways. I guess that's okay. I don't care. All right, now let's just make sure it powers on again. This is kind of okay. Powers on still. No lines. No goofing off. Now let's try to put this home button in without issues. The home button is seriously the hardest part. Unfortunately, the camera's not gonna capture this, but you'll see the pain. You're gonna be able to capture the pain though. Let me use a Phillips screwdriver since it'll be a bit more easier to force in. All right. You can probably lift it up a bit more for extra leverage. I wish I could use my hand. All right, we actually got it already. Did we get it? Let me just test it out. Make sure we got it. Okay, let's just test the home button out. Praise to God if this doesn't work, or if this does work. Moment of truth if it actually works. Yes! Yes, it works. Alright. Everything works with the 5S. Now we're going to just need to charge it up and, moment of truth. And we're also going to look at my other 5S that we had. I'm going to look at it a little bit. This is going to need to go into place without the freaking Touch ID breaking. Alright. I mean, the best part is the crunch, though. Come on. Crunch. 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 I think that's it for the crunches. Alright. Now we have a working 5S. If it gets activation unlocked. If I can be able to contact the seller about it. So I'm just going to plug this in. And let me just make sure everything works again. After that repair nonsense, let me just make sure the home button still works. Praise to God if it does. Perfect. Now we're going to take my 5S screen and put it into repair zone. And now I'm going to get my other 5S. If I can find it, I'll put it into my... Yeah, here it is. And we're going to take a quick look at it. This is my 5S that I replaced. The guy gave it to me. It's in great condition. It is on Verizon, but it's actually factory unlocked, which is great to hear. We can use it on factory unlocked. The battery on it is great. It was barely used, and it's a... let me look at it here quick. It is a... I'm going to hide the info. It is a iPhone 5S 12.5.4. It is a 16 gigabyte. You don't just trust me on that, please. Oh, here it is. It just has it right here. It is a 16 gigabyte. You see right there, it's a 16 gigabytes. And it's like not the best storage, but it still works. It has my replacement phone. And it is it's able to be used on any carrier. It is iCloud unlocked. The seller, as I told you previously, the seller unlocked it for me. It was great of the seller to do that, actually. And it does have both screws, and the Touch ID is working perfectly on it. The only problem was it had Find My iPhone turned on, and it needed a new battery, if I didn't say that previously. If you can look here, I actually have a couple 5S's over here that need replacing. This is a success. It is fully working, except it needs a new camera lens and a new screen. I got both. They're both coming in. This is another success. Its problem is that the ear speaker slash is that the ear speaker and the front facing camera and all those sensors in the front, that assembly is just, the ribbon cable got ripped off. So I'm going to repair that at some other time. For now, we can just focus on this iPhone 5S. So I'm going to speed this part up because this iPhone 5S takes super long to charge. Ouch. And let's get right back into it once we've got it fully charged. Alright guys, so I have some good news. It's working, but the only problem is that it's activation locked. F3R rain's turned on. So I have to contact the original owner about that, but everything else on this phone is working, and it's great condition. And this old screen that we have here, forget about it. I'm not going to show you. It just works. It's a working iPhone 5S. It's 16 gigabyte, or is it 30? I don't know. It's probably 16 gigabyte. And that's basically all. Hope you enjoyed my first, little video. Peace out and have a great day.